I love watching two high-level strikers go at it. It's just such a beautiful thing. Tai actually trains with a lot of actual, a lot of legends, UFC girls. You have Angie Overkill, Jessica Penne, Jenna Bishop, who just was in the PFL. So she has an amazing team that she gets to work with the grappling as well. And again, this was a short notice fight. Abril actually, showed up for this fight basically less than a week notice. So that is amazing on her to be able to do it, and for Tai to take it. Tai was ready to get in there and just fight. So both of these girls are really impressive.
Yeah, Abril saying she was getting ready for a boxing match. Got the call for this. Asked her coach. Her coach was like, well, let's see on the ground on the wall real quick. And she passed the test. So here she is a week later.
Both girls have a really good movement right now. We see that head movement from Tai, and Abril just kind of pacing herself, throwing those hands out there. Great left hand by our little southpaw Abril.
Nice hook there from Abril. But Schaefer doing a good job of not letting her get too close, keeping that distance well. Neither lady able to really find their distance quite yet.
And Tai's doing a good job. Even though her back is on the cage, she's not allowing herself to fully get onto that cage. Abril does a really good job. She tries to kind of stomp on that foot, kind of plants it down so she can come in with those punches. Nice right hand by Tai.
Yeah, you can really see both of these ladies hesitant to engage with the other. They know the striking pedigree is there, so they're trying to find their distance and their target first.
Absolutely, respecting the power.
A little bit over 2 minutes left here in our first round. And still, this first round's been a real big feeling out process. And one thing that's smart, though, is neither one of these ladies are willing to over-engage. So they're kind of trying to find that perfect distance.
And Tai was preparing for a southpaw, so this really didn't switch up her game plan too much, which I think actually works to her benefit.
So surprising to get that look.
Yes, absolutely.
Late notice women's fight, and it's the same lead.
Because it really does change things up so much, so you really have to assess. You see actually Tai, she's switching a little bit, but then switches back. Obviously more comfortable in the orthodox position. Like to see a little bit more combos from Tai, hands and feet. She's got some beautiful kicks. I'd like to see her mixing those up.
Yeah, and this goes into kind of the realm of how do we judge this round? Is it because you're moving backwards? Is it because I don't know that anyone has that much of a significant strike advantage. I mean, that might be the biggest exchange of the round so far.
Good aggression from Tai.
And with 15 seconds left, having judged women's jiu-jitsu that didn't even need a judge today. Ooh, big overhand from Tai.
Nice.
I can tell you, you don't want to be a judge for this. Because, man, That's a close round. That's a
Both
very
girls
close
definitely
round.
took some hits. You can see there's some redness on the face of both of them. There's a little bit of redness on Abril's knee, but you see them switching up. Like I said earlier, doing a good job where if you stay orthodox and your front leg is just getting eaten up, that can really, really jeopardize your striking. But by switching, you're lessening the damage on those legs.
You see both ladies pretty fresh.
Yeah, Abril's standing. She's ready to go. You know, she's obviously been in fight shape. She's ready to go. She's locked in. These girls are feisty ones. I love it.
Here we are, ready, set for round 2.
You know, and Abril actually has some really good kicks. I'd like to see her actually use them even more. If she can set up those kicks with those hands, a lot of people are going to have trouble stopping those kicks.
Yeah, with such good boxing, just to get them to have to think about defense low is going to open up opportunities. And I'll say this too, and I know from a striking standpoint, it almost seems like counterintuitive, but maybe a level change? You know, sometimes you just don't think it's going to matter, but if you even faked a shot from out at distance, maybe not inside, but at distance, just to, make her think about it.
Absolutely. See what her reaction is, and then that's going to give you a good idea of what you can do. Get that level change, maybe then come up to the head once they drop their hands. Nice right overhand from Tai. You know, and that's the thing with MMA. I think that was one of the downsides for Abril was she had beautiful boxing and was landing so much, but it maybe just wasn't enough for the judges. I think they wanted to see a little bit more with those kicks as well. I think if she starts implementing her kicks a little bit, she is going to be a problem for sure.
And, you know, sometimes you always think, especially for her, she might just think, well, they're not bothering me, but they're scoring.
Yes.
And I tell some of my tougher fighters that. They go, well, it didn't hurt. I go, well, it doesn't matter if it didn't hurt. The judges still saw it.
Yes. And again, if you have to leave it to the judges, you have to think of that.
Yeah. We all hate that as fighters.
Yes.
That's the worst part of fighting.
Tai doing a good job of kind of jumping in. I'd like to see her really commit to that because she's actually backing Abril up.
Yeah, and she's landing that overhand.
Yes. Nice. Tried getting that up elbow.
Little shades of Anderson Silva. Well, back in the day.
Like I said, Abril has a really good push kick. If she could, because she's long too, if she could just come in a little bit, it's just missing.
Just kind of combo with her punches, not just singularly.
Yes, then nice combo from Abril. Oh. She's so clean, so crisp with her punches. You know, even adding some elbows, because she's long, I think her adding some elbows to her game would be really lethal as well. Nice.
And, you know, that goes right back to Abril's game is she's very good about being right outside of distance.
Yes.
But she's not going to over-pursue to strike you. So it can be boring when you have a little bit more of a technical person, as we see here. Schaefer being very smart in front of her and not just walking into those strikes. So, I mean, Schaefer's still, in my opinion, pushing a little bit better this round. Those kicks to those overhands are going to generally score a little bit better.
And again, that could come from the boxing. You know, boxers are very comfortable, even being on the ropes, throwing stuff out there. They feel comfortable, but to the judges, to the crowd, even if you are hitting on your back, you're still backed up and get, you know, on the back step.
Now we really see Abril on her back foot here.
She loves that 1-2, and it's so straight coming down the middle. But again, why not add something after it, right? She's backing her up with that final 2.
And with 30 seconds left here in our second round, man, what a close fight. Both ladies exchanging the leather.
Back and forth.
And with no ground game in sight, just a hard round to judge.
Which I am a bit surprised. I was expecting Ty to maybe possibly try and get her against the cage, try and get those takedowns, but she just wants to come and strike. Ooh, nice switch.
So it looks like our clock might have been wrong there. If I was giving you a time, I am incorrect. We've got the 10-second clap just went.
Here we go. Both girls. Just nice knee by Ty.
Oh, so I got a 10-second clap and then an immediate though. I don't know. Okay. All right.
Well, and that's what I'd like to see, right? I want to see a little bit more of that. Both girls are getting in very close. Let's see something, whether it's elbows, knees, some of those inside kicks, just a little bit more.
I mean, I'm going to be honest with you. If I'm either coach, I'm telling my girl we lost both rounds. We need to win the third.
Yes.
Because I don't know where we're at there, you know?
No. That's so hard to judge. And again, we're in Texas.
Now, I'm going to say, I feel like if I'm Ty's coach, I might think we might have a little bit of an advantage because of the pressure forward, seeing as the volume of strikes seems to be about even. I don't know. This is the first one of the night I'm very, very confused on. So our third round is really going to be the deciding factor here. And both ladies still in just really good shape. Abril over here smiling at her coach.
Abril talking to Johnny. She makes things exciting for sure. She's a fighter. She loves to fight. It's very rare when you have those women that talk the talk and walk the walk, you know?
Oh, no, she loves it. She's about it. You can always tell. She's more herself right now than she is all fight weekend.
Yeah.
You know, she takes those glasses off and gets in the cage.
Yeah, the minute from her walkout, she is in her zone, and she loves it.
Ooh,
nice.
Let's see it.
Beautiful, and that's what I want to see, right? Let's mix it up a little bit.
Adriana Schaefer here on our final 5 minutes. Very dynamic striking match up until this point.
You see, she throws those push kicks, but they're just missing, and that's why I think if she could really even jump in with those push kicks, they'd land pretty solid. Nice kick.
Ooh,
okay,
here
we go.
First clinch here.
Ty trying to get that Muay Thai clinch, but Abril, again, is so good at just defending, getting off, getting out of that. She wants that space. Abril doing a good job at avoiding those knees. A little back and forth.
Yeah, and this is where Ty really can take the match here, looking for this takedown here on the cage.
She's trying hard, but Abril's takedown defense is really, really good.
Schaefer nearly on the back there and still unable to get anything.
You know, one of my favorite takedowns, and it's so simple, is literally Ty Schaefer just puts that left knee in front of Abril, and then you guys go down. It takes no effort and just the momentum. Nice. Very similar
There
to
it is.
that.
Yeah, very close to that for sure.
But Abril is so good. No matter that she gets down, she pops right back up. So even if she does get taken down, she's really hard to keep down.
I know, but the problem is these are only takedowns of the fight and really the only dominant scoring points of the fight so far. I mean, this is the most dominant we've seen anybody within any 30-second period. So really needs to break off here and get some work going. And
Nice.
gets it with
I
that.
saw that. She was trying that. Ooh.
That was set up. Yeah, that was set up. That was
good.
very nice. A little over 2 minutes left here in our final stanza. And finally, I think we can see a little bit of fatigue finally showing on Schaefer, although that strike didn't show any.
Yeah,
Ooh,
she's
she
just
catches her
coming
there.
in. Both girls, both of their legs are definitely red and showing those kicks. You know, and this is the time where, honestly, be smart about it, but no hesitation. You just gotta go. Leave, as they say, leave it all in the cage, you know?
Yeah, and especially for these two ladies, I just don't feel like either one of you can be confident the fight is yours. You've got to win this round. 1 minute left here in our final round.
Oh, nice kick. That's the thing with, you know, orthodox and southpaw, is both of them are so open to this, that head kick, that back leg head kick.
Yeah.
Nice. Oh, nice uppercut from Abril. But Schaefer just keeps coming forward. She's doing a great job defending, and she's just walking her down. Oh, a little exchange. They're like, come on, let's go. Both girls want it. Nice.
And time. We will go to the judge's decision. And I'm going to tell you right now, that is going to be the closest fight of the night. I promise there will be disappointed fans no matter whose name is called on that one. Close fight. Great job by both of these ladies. Really, I think it was just a style matchup that made it so they couldn't quite get to that kind of like explosion point. You've got a really technical boxer who's not going to just rush range. And then you've got a very cautious kickboxer who understood who she was standing in front of. So, I don't know. In my book, just wrestler Craig says, one takedown, I'm going to give it to her. I didn't see anything else. The fight was volume and pressure. She moved forward a little bit more. I would say split decision, Schaefer. And I'm not confident on that at all. That's my thoughts on what the judges saw.
And again, it's so hard because unless you're fortunate to have southpaws to train with, it switches up all of your takedowns.
Yeah.
You know, you have to be used to
The entry is
doing
completely different.
Everything is so different. So I could see probably why Ty was a little hesitant to come in because, yeah, it's one of those, especially with someone like Abril, if you miss it, you could be putting yourself in a really bad position. So it's a kind of, I don't want to say scary, but
to take a good shot, you got to go into boxing range.
Yes.
But you're not dealing with a boxer who doesn't understand that.
yes.
So, a couple highlights here. You can see our one drag down takedown was able to solidify that for a moment. Not a lot of damage there, but did secure the takedown. An Uchimata throw there, but I don't think you would classify that as a controlled takedown, as they both kind of fell and scrambled. But we're gonna find out. The judge is taking a little bit of a moment here. And, you know, that's what happens when you have two high-level ladies meet. Sometimes it's a banger, and sometimes it's kind of like, they just quite can't figure each other out. And I feel like that's what we just saw right there. Two really high-level ladies that couldn't quite find the edge there. So we'll take it to the judges and see what their thoughts are on it.
The man Remington himself. We're close. We got 2 more fights left.
And you can see a good amount of deliberation here before we get our judge's decision.
I don't think I could ever be a judge.
Oh, no. I told you, I tried to do jiu-jitsu, and I was terrified. I was like, oh.
No.
Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause for both of these athletes, please. After 3 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards. We have, for our first judge, 29-28 for the red corner. Our second judge scores it 30-27 for the blue corner. And our final judge scores it 30-27 for our winner by way of split decision. Out of the red corner, Abril Anguiano.
Decision. Each judge seeing it completely different. One judge seeing it a split for Schaefer. One judge seeing it a unanimous for Schaefer, or excuse me, Abril, and one seeing it as a little bit closer there. So everybody having a different view, and I think that's pretty indicative of where you're sitting in the cage. So very close fight. I don't think either ladies need to really shake their head at that one, but Abril comes in late notice and gets the W. Her dominant boxing and distance control being enough